First of all, thank you for arranging this session for all of us. It is nice to have that kind of opportunity. Okay, so integrating artificial intelligence into interior design education, a case study on creating office spaces for Avrupa Yakası TV series characters. So we had a research for this article with Uğur, Kahraman, Yaren, Şekerci, and me, and from Antalya Bilim University. We all are in the Interior Architecture and Environmental Design department. So as we know, for the interior design programs, usually they prioritize the design studio courses as a crucial components of their curriculum. So it is basically for the mimicking the real world projects. So as a 15 weeks semester, we use only 1 week for a warm-up assignment, and we ask students to inspired by the TV series Avrupa Yakası. It is famous TV series in Turkey and called as a Avrupa Yakası. So we ask students to introduce not all the 4 characters from the series and introduce them by using the AI application in design. So students need to reflect the characters' personalities from the show. So by meaning that we focused on the user-centered design in the office spaces. So this is the warm-up project, and students used AI design tools by creating the prompt writing abilities, and they chose 4 characters for diversity, and we try to ensure that a comprehensive study methodologies. So we chose 12 office designs, and all are them evaluated based on the character understanding. But for the limited time, I will describe only one project here. I will show one example here. So basically, students follow those steps, those paths for the assignment. So first, they chose the character from the TV series, and later they understood the character and create a detailed user profile as a design brief. And later on, they create a prompt which leads to create a conceptual office design for the specific user, and they choose it from the TV series character. And lastly, they used a design tool, AI design tools, by writing the prompts, creating the conceptual office design for the chosen TV series characters. And the path that we took in the analysis process, firstly, we mentioned understanding the office design and user-centered design terms. And later on, we chose the iconic TV series that many people knows in the Turkey. And these are the 4 main characters that we chose. And we ask students to create a user-centered office space for each TV characters. And later on, we analyze the compatibility of user-centered design office visuals generated by artificial intelligence with TV characters. According to results, we understood the capacity of the artificial intelligence database. So this is the character, the one of the main character actually in the TV series. So this character, you can also see the some screenshots from the TV series. This persona of that lady whose attitudes and habits are all exaggerated. And the vulgar riches of the period are criticized for that character. So these are the all characters she mainly has during the show. And here you can also understand basically how she acts in the TV series. So this is the character actually we analyzed. Actually, students analyzed. So they analyzed the character of this persona, and then they wrote all the prompts to create an office design. So here you can see all the prompts, and by writing these prompts, students got the visuals for that persona. So this is the visual A, and this is the visual B, and this is the C. You can see all here. As a conclusion, we understand that usually the question nowadays they have, if the artificial intelligence or the design tools, let's say AI design tools, can replace the interior architect's position or the architect's position. So, and also by meaning that we also analyzed in our previous research that if the artificial intelligence affect the creativity of the students. So here, for this article, we understood that if the AI promised the tool for generating interior design concepts, further development of its database is necessary to enhance its effectiveness in accurately translating textual cues into visual design. So if the creativity, they say, will increase and conceptual approach will affect the students' creativity, let's say, the database of AI and the prompts the students are texting should be matching for more details, let's say. So some of the parts of the visuals, and also for the other characters, let's say, they don't match specifically. For example, when you are searching for the detailed sofa or the detailed chair for specifically this character, and you can see how the rich, how the ratty, how the showy she is, and the AI creates some missing part for the character. So we conclude this research as a database definitely should be increasing if we want the students' creativity can be affecting by AI, let's say. So this is the presentation we have.
Oh, you had this sentence, the system's pre-existing knowledge. And somehow, if I understood your arguments, you argued that this should not be a static entity, but that through actual use, the users should be able to increase, correct shortcomings of this underlying database. And what Johan mentioned and Anders picked up, I think we understood meta design as design for designers. And so people using your system should be able to increase, modify the knowledge which you have captured, and you labeled it as pre-existing. But I mean, through actual use, many things change over time, and new insights should be incorporated. So is that a goal which you have, to empower users to incrementally enrich the underlying database?
Actually, for our let's say interior architecture or the architecture education system, usually students use the AI to focus to create much more creative spaces, as they say. So we just try to show them that if they use AI for creating office spaces or the design some spaces, they cannot imagine, they cannot see or create, design what they have in mind. So if they want to create the spaces, what they have in mind, the AI database should be increased much more. So just we try to mention that if we want to reach much more, you know, like the detailed visuals for our sector, let's say, the AI database should be increased, because as the students use Midjourney, DALL-E, all the AI design tools, so we cannot train them, because it is just based on the Google database, as I know. So if the Google database could be increased more, then we can have much more detailed visuals. If I understood your the question correctly, I hope I could answer it. I am not sure if I understood you correctly.
No, I think you understood it correct. For me, what you said towards the end, it's sort of one of the fundamental issues, that if I use ChatGPT or Midjourney for other objectives, these systems are immense systems created by, you know, huge companies. And I think an interesting question is, what can we do as individual researchers or as small team of researchers? As you said, you know, you cannot change Midjourney. It's under the control of Google or whatever, OpenAI. And I think this is an interesting question, that control is centralized with these big companies who create the foundation models underlying these AI systems. And this control is taken away from us working in smaller settings.
Yes, now I think I understand it. If the students all are under control of the lecturers, let's say the teachers, so if we lose that control also from the database, and I am not sure how the process will go on. So they just need to understand the design elements that are using in the spaces, or the knowledge of the human natural intelligence, let's say, and natural information they have. So basically we cannot control that databases by consciously, but if the databases will increase much more in the further, we will analyze, as a designers, we will analyze it by using all the natural intelligence informations.
Okay.
Yeah, Carlo, go ahead.
Carlo, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, Gerard, I imagine that you know that ChatGPT and DALL-E allow to train now allow to train on a specific domain and to also realize new applications that are based on the algorithm. So this actually is a trend that is going on at the present. But the key point, in my opinion, about the Müge paper is another one. I mean, artificial intelligence does not know the context, okay? And you can put all the information that you like to train them, but there will be always some context that will be not perfectly understood by the artificial intelligence. So I really appreciate the critical approach in understanding which are the potentiality of the artificial intelligence, but I do not fully agree with your conclusion. So I think your conclusion is, okay, artificial intelligence is somewhat limited up to now, so we have to increase the database on which the artificial intelligence is trained in order to fill the holes. But actually, this is certainly desirable. It's certainly an incremental process that can be realized. But actually, I do not understand why, in parallel, you do not ask the students to solve the problem that cannot be fully solved by the artificial intelligence. Because otherwise, they will be really, let's say, became dependent on what the artificial intelligence proposed to them. Why? What is interesting is the complementarity, integration of human and machine. So the possibility to have a baseline from which one can start and then stimulate the student to be creative, fill the hole that are presented by artificial intelligence, and even going further to produce, for example, offices that can represent at the best your characters. You see what I mean?
Yes, actually, I do agree with you. But we did this with the 14 weeks. This is the 1 week warm-up assignment. So we did what you said, what you mentioned before, for the all semester. We had another design project that students follow for the 14 weeks. So we just did what you mentioned before, artificial intelligence and the human intelligence for the 14 weeks. But since it is just 1 week warm-up assignment, we just mentioned them to use only artificial intelligence and try to use your ability for texting, for writing the prompts. So but I do agree with you that also they need to integrate the human intelligence for their project to be done the best. But actually we did this for another semester project.
Hey, Ingrid.
Hello. Yes. So thanks all for presentation. I had a question where I also like to open the debate among all authors, but I like to ask it first to how do you call it? Müge. So I like this notion indeed of meta design, and also Gerard was referring to it. And actually, I would argue that we always need this kind of infrastructuring role to balance between like the wished for effect of AI and to kind of leverage the human intelligence. So could you reflect a bit on it? So how can we kind of control AI, or could AI also provide such an infrastructure? Could it be another human to help the user empower?
I am not sure. I am not sure if I understood it correctly. So you just asking me if how we as a lecturer or the researchers can control the artificial intelligence.
Yeah, so just exactly. So in your case, there is a lecturer. So
Yeah,
can
no,
be this
okay.
kind of meta designer to
Okay.
provide students to
Okay.
empower them better if AI kind of steers them in like a negative effect.
Okay.
How to take this control?
So during our class, the students has only two days, 2.5 days, let's say, to have critics from the lecturer. So we basically criticize them for the design elements to make much more better for a space. So we, as a designers and architects, interior designers, we have specific design components that students should follow by using artificial intelligence or human intelligence. So basically, we analyze all the spaces, all the designs created by AI for following all the design components. So we basically follow up this process in our design searches. But since this is warm-up project, we couldn't encourage the students to make it better and to use their human intelligence for the specific this project. But for our semester projects, we usually tell them to write the prompts on the design tools, and then they need to also integrate their imagination and all the design competence. And there are some AI design tools that you can erase them and just integrate your human intelligence by combining the artificial intelligence. So we also push them on, let's say, encourage them to use the specific tools also.